So good day everyone, in this day we are going to present our research title Teaching Methods in English Language Instruction Based on Selected English Language Teachers in General Santos City, Philippines. So the significance of our study is to survey the teaching methods in English language instruction and to know what are the most common teaching methods used by the teachers and how they are using these methods. The aim of the Philippine education is to highlight the learner's equal opportunity in learning and the holistic development to the best level possible amid sufficient learning materials and facilities. As such, in view of these research questions, the next method in current design was used to explore the experience of the selected English language teachers in preparing an effective teaching strategy. The teaching methods in English language instruction were determined through a survey questionnaire. And in this presentation, we are going to find out the results of our survey and to know their challenges and how they get remedy to supply their materials for their students. As the problem arises, teachers should be exceptionally creative in finding ways to ensure that English is not a brain-cracking subject. Instead, it should be an enjoyable learning experience for students where they can easily engage in stream or a new culture through language, story, arts, plays, and history. The current state of language policy in General Santos City is still since, according to Bernard, 2011, there has been a consistent and systematic documentation of students learning difficulties associated with using the English language as the medium of instruction, the fact that English is a foreign language. These often used teaching methods have a common denominator which encourages active participation and this exploratory learning among students. This will help students understand different viewpoints. Hence, it organizes the students into various roles. Exercise that place students in real-life situation or environment, showing the reality will prepare them how to behave in real situation. For explanation, constructivism is a learning theory in psychology that describes the process of acquiring and developing knowledge through different phases of learning. According to Bala 2015, constructivism is an approach to teaching and learning based on the principle that cognition is the result of mental construction. Students learn by accommodating new ideas with their prior knowledge. Hence, it has direct application to education. However, there is apprehension with the concept of constructivism when it comes to application, considering that many teachers and administrators argue that knowledge is constructed.
This study aims to determine the teaching methods used by the English language teachers in the English classroom instruction, as well as understanding how these teaching methods are chosen. These objectives can only be realized using the mixed methods approach. The design was used in combining the quantitative and qualitative methods which were done during the analysis of the data. The subjects of this study were the selected English language teachers recommended by the school principal of the different schools in General Santos City, Philippines, such as Lagaw National High School, Bulan National High School, New Society High School, and General Santos City High School. A total of 19 teachers were gathered as subjects in this study. Moreover, there were 7 teachers who participated in an interview for the qualitative data in this study. Questionnaire was used to obtain the quantitative data in this study, and it consists of 2 parts. The first part of the questionnaire was about the profile of the English language teachers, and the second part was the common teaching methods in English classroom instruction. To conform to the ethical standards, a letter asking for permission to conduct the study was given to the head of the Division Office of General Santos City, Philippines, and consent letters were given to the subjects before performing the survey. The school principal is coordinating the subject coordinators, considering the time, teacher, and day to whom and when to conduct the study. The classroom observation tool was adopted in this study, which includes physical setting, human setting, interactional setting, and program setting, which leads to a better understanding of the context or phenomenon in which the teaching and learning process occurred. The semi-structured interview was in a form of open-ended questions considering teachers' perspectives on their teaching methods employed in the English classroom instruction. How the teaching method was chosen and considered significant in the teaching and learning process. The interview process was recorded with the approval of the subject. This was done during their selected time of convenience. The analysis of the quantitative data was done through the use of the Statistical Software Package, or SPSS. On the other hand, analytic methods such as coding with situational analysis was done to examine the appropriateness of teaching methods for English language instruction as well as its relational component to the learning process of students in the classroom. This study is limited to the English language teachers of General Santos City, Philippines. Considering the number of the sample for this study, it cannot speak for the whole population in the area. Hence, the results may not cover the whole educational concept of the teaching methods used in the English classroom instruction. However, the insights gathered from the English language teachers can contribute to the empirical data on the guiding principle of this study.
So, I will discuss to you the results and discussions. So the table 1 shows that 21.1% of the participants are male and 78.9% are female, which agrees to the idea of Jury 2008. The teaching is most feminized due to the motherly rules most of the participants. So to answer the first problem regarding the profile of the English language teachers, the table 1 shows the profile of the ELTs in terms of gender, age, educational attainment, and length of the years in services. So, the table 2 shows the different strategies like lecture method, brainstorming, role-playing, independent learning, simulation, project method, and community resources. So, the table 2 shows that the most often used method in teaching among English language teachers are lecture and brainstorming. So, these often used in teaching methods have a common denominator which encourages active participation and exploratory learning among students. So this will help students understand different viewpoints, hence it recognizes the students into various rules, according to Questions 2017. So furthermore, according to Burden and Bird 2013, exercise that place students in real-life situations or environments showing the reality will appear to them how to behave in real situations. So lastly, the table 3. The table 3 shows the codes and themes from the responses of the English language teachers from the semi-structured interviews that further enforced results from the quantitative data. So moreover, classroom observation and FGD or focus group discussions were used to triangulate the results of qualitative data. Furthermore, the classroom observations were observed as a typical teacher-students interaction wherein students only answer if the teachers ask a questions.
In continuation, the conclusion of our language research, teaching methods are the gateway to the teaching and learning development in education. As such, the teachers are the catalyst of change needed for the advancement in education as well as improving the English language proficiency of the student in the country. Based on the results, it can be concluded that there are many experienced female teachers with master's degree units in General Santos City, Philippines, which suggests a good qualification in terms of educational background. For recommendations, I recommend this type of qualitative research for future English students in the country for students who are willing to enhance and to improve their skills in speaking English language, to have a better communication not only in the classroom, but also particularly outside the country, which is the foreign people, in order to measure the lack of things that the students might not be able to speak English, so that we can see the changes and development carefully for every student in practicing English language in the classroom, while the teachers implementing this language policy. conclusion, the results of this study show that the traditional methods were still used the contemporary era when technology rises. In the view of technology, English language teachers are inclined to the technological advancement in teaching. As manifested in the profile of the English language, female teachers are dominant who are considered motherly, full of patience and practice the profession for 15 years and above.
Last but not least, for our reference, you can visit our fellowship and to find out more information about our research title. And that's all for today. Thank you. God bless.